Hello everyone, let's solve this problem. Add one row to tree. So this problem, like the question description is a bit complex. Like if you understand this question clearly, then this problem is like a slightly medium problem. So you can solve this. So understanding the question is the important thing. So if you are new to the trees, if you are not able to solve this problem, don't worry, because this is a bit tricky question, I can say. Now, first we will understand the question clearly, then we will see how to think by try running the inputs. Then we will see the traversal algorithms, BFS solution, TFS solution. Then we will discuss the time complexity. These are the approaches we are going to follow in this video solution. So please watch the video till the end for better understanding. Now let's understand the question clearly. First we need to read it clearly. Given the root of a binary tree, okay, and two integers, value and depth, is saying that you will give some root is my 4, and you will give some values 1 and depth as 2. Now add a row of nodes with value at a given depth. Is saying that we have these nodes, right, and it said that depth is equals to 2. At depth is equals to 2, so these are my nodes. This is my depth 1, depth 2 and depth 3. So at depth 2 I need to add my new nodes and I need to modify the remaining arrays. Now let's see how we can modify the remaining elements. Now given the integer depth, for each not null tree node current at the depth minus 1, create two tree nodes with value as current left tree and right tree. Is saying that suppose we are at 4, this is my depth 0. At depth 1 create two nodes. So he's saying that for each not null tree node current at depth minus 1, that means my depth is equals to 2. Now suppose in this question he is saying that my depth is equals to 2. Now I need to come at depth is equals to 1, and he is saying that my root is at depth 1. So this is my depth 1, depth 2 and depth 3. Now at depth 1 create two nodes with current value as current left subtree and right subtree. So I will create two nodes. Okay, I will create one and I will create two nodes. Now current's original left subtree should be left subtree of the new left subtree node. This is my new left subtree node, right? And is saying that current's original left subtree. So this is my original left subtree. So this original left subtree should be a left tree of this new node. So it will be like 2, 3 and 1. So this is my new left subtree. Now same applies here. Now if current's original right subtree should be the right subtree of the new subtree node. This is my new node, and to my right I have 6 and I have 5. And this is my new node. He is saying that. So I think you have got it, like how exactly we formed here. Now if depth is equals to 1, that means there is no depth minus 1 at all. So if he is saying that depth is equals to 1, if you are at start node, depth is equals to 1, so we don't have any top node. So what you can do is saying that then create a tree node with value. So you need to create a new tree node. Suppose we are creating the value with 7 as a new node, and the original tree is the new root's left subtree. You have two options. If you are creating the root node, you have left and right, but is saying that add the value to the left, so it will come and it will be attaching to the left, so right will be null. So I think you understood it, what exactly we need to do, the question clearly. So if you did not understand, please read it again for better understanding. Now let's see how we need to think it. Now we have these nodes 4, and how exactly we thought. We went till the depth minus 1. We went till the depth minus 1, and at depth minus 1 we have added the left node and right node, and for left node we have attached the left subtree. So this is my left subtree. To the right node I have attached my right subtree. Okay, I have attached my right subtree. So what I can do is, so is telling the depth. So I will think about BFS. BFS says that I will go step by step. Suppose my depth is equals to 3. And these are my nodes. Consider. Depth is equals to 3. This is my depth 1, depth 2, depth 3 and depth 4. So I will go till depth 2, right? I will go till depth 2. Then I will assign a depth 2 for all values. How many values are there? 2 values. For 2 values I will assign left and right. Okay, left and right I will assign, and for this left node I will assign these values, these complete values. For right I will not assign anything. Same applies here. For left I will assign this, for right it will be null. So now let's see the example how exactly we can do. Now suppose consider we have these elements, and my in the first scenario my depth is equals to 1 and my value is 7. If my depth is equals to 1 and value is 7, so it's simple. So if depth is equals to 1, I will keep direct condition. If depth is equals to 1, so I will create a new node which is my 7. I will create a new node, and this whole subtree will come to the left child. So this whole subtree will be my left child, 7 arrow left. Now consider depth is equals to 2 and my value is equals to 7. So if your depth is equals to 2, so the basic criteria is, if your depth is equals to 2, you need to go till depth is equals to 1, right? You need to go till depth is equals to 1, and I need to find all the values. Okay, so I will go to depth is equals to 1. In depth is equals to 1, my queue contains only 4. Now storing in the queue. Now first I will store my temporary left. Temporary left is 4 arrow left. This is my temporary left. This is my temporary left, and this is my temporary right. So we have stored those values, temporary right. And declaration, and we have declared new values a, b. A is my new node, b is my new node. Now 4 arrow left is equals to a, that means 4 arrow left is equals to my new node, 4 arrow right is equals to my b, that means this is my new node. Now we need to assign, right? Now we got the new node. Now a arrow left should be temp arrow left, right? So this need to be reassigned. So we are having values here, so this need to be reassigned. Same thing, we have done assignment here. Now let's see, suppose we have depth is equals to 3 and value is equals to 7. Now depth is equals to 3, that means this is my depth 1, this is my depth 2. So at depth 2 I have values 2 and 6, right? So this is not 315. You need to see, like, this is wrong. It will be like 2, it's like 2 comma 6, and we'll perform the same operations here. For temp arrow left is equals to 2 arrow left, temp arrow right is equals to 2 arrow right, and we will declare it and we will give the final assignments. Now let's see the coding part, how exactly you can do using the queues. So I will explain you with better variable names, because writing the big variable names becomes difficult here. So that's why I've taken A and B. Now let's see the coding part. It's simple. Now first we'll declare the queue, and if my depth is equals to 1, this is direct scenario, I will create a new node, and this new root arrow left is equals to my original root. This is done, so I will return new root. Now depth is equals to depth minus 2. Why we are doing depth minus 2 here is, now suppose we got only one node, suppose we have nodes like this, and my depth is equals to 1, you are directly saying I will go here. Now depth is equals to 2, that means you need to be at this position. So nodes queue dot push root. I will be pushing root, and depth minus 2 I am doing. Now depth will become 0. So from here only, in queue only I contains only one node. Now consider depth is equals to 3. First I will push this, and then I will pop it out. Then I will take these two elements. Now my depth will become 0. So these two will be in my queue. That's why we have done depth is equals to depth minus 2. And I will iterate. This is simple BFS traversal. Now after iterating it, for every node, now we have seen here, right? For year 4 and for year 2 and 6, we will perform these operations. Performing these operations is pretty much easy. Nodes queue dot front and nodes queue dot pop. Okay. Now first we need to store the left child, original left child. So this complete elements we need to store. We need to store original left child. Now tree node new left node is equals to new left has been declared here. Now current node arrow left is equals to new left node. Current node is the current node arrow left is equals to the current node is the one which we have declared, right? Now we got this. Suppose consider these are my elements. Now first current node will be my this. Consider my depth is equals to 2. Consider this will be my current node. Now left child is equals to current arrow left. We will be storing the left child. And my new left I am going to declare as new node I am going to declare, and this current node arrow left is equals to new left node. So this is my current node, this is my current node, arrow left should be my new node, right? Arrow left should be my new node. Okay, and my new left node, this is my new left node, this be assigned to this left, this left, currents left. So we are storing this in the new variable, this left child. Now same applies for the right child. Right, we will store the current arrow right, right element we will store this element, then we will declare, so my new element will come here, and this arrow right will be my new element, and this arrow right will be my new current node dot right will be my right child, right child. I think you have got it. So here my worst case scenario, it will go till the depth, so it will be like order of n, because you can see it can be a left skewed. Left skewed means all elements are in the left, so the constants are 10 power 4, so it will be like order of 10 power 4 will be my answer. Now let's see the DFS solution. DFS is my favorite one, which I have came, like this approach came to my mind in the beginning, but I felt this is a solution, this is an intuitive solution which most of the coders need to solve, because this solution you can think directly, but DFS solution is bit complex, not that complex, but okay, if you are good with recursion, then it's like a pretty much easy. Now let's see, if my depth is equals to 1, we are doing the same, new tree node, root arrow left is equals to root, and we are returning the new node, and we are result is equals to add row, we need to add new row here. Consider depth is equals to 2, consider depth is equals to 2, so this is my depth. Now it will come here, in the first scenario only, depth is equals to 2. If depth is equals to 2, then we are doing same thing, new left child, new right child, we are going to create new left child and new right child, we are going to create this one, and new left node arrow left is equals to current node arrow left. This is my current node, 4. Now this new arrow left is equals to current node arrow left, this is my new left, and I am adding these values to the left, and this is my left, and new right, so to the new right I am adding this new right arrow right is equals to current node arrow right, so these values I am adding 4 arrow left and 4 arrow right. Now current node arrow left is equals to new left node, that means this is my current node, so this is my current node, this arrow left and this arrow right will be my two nodes, it's simple, and we are returning the current node. Now let's see, my depth is equals to 3, consider my depth is equals to 3. Now I will come, like this condition will fail, current arrow left is equals to add row, current arrow left, depth minus 1, we are doing depth minus 1. Now then my depth will become 2, so it will come here, depth is equals to 2 will come here. Now we will perform the same operations over here for these elements. Now we have 4, 2, 6, 3, 1, 5. For 2 I will perform the same operations, and for 6 I will perform the same operations, and this will be reassigned to this 2 and 6. So it's like same, if depth is equals to 2, we are doing the same, or else we are doing depth minus 1, and current add node left is equals to this add row, because we are adding to the left and we are going to the add to the right, and that is my current node only, right? That's why current arrow left and current arrow right, and finally we are returning the current node. So don't worry, like if you don't get this DFS approach, don't worry, you need to know about recursion to do this. So I think you have got it. We have seen all these scenarios, and I have tried my best to explain you in a best possible way. If you have any feedbacks for this video, whether it is positives or negatives, everything is welcomed. So you can comment your feedbacks. And if you like the solution, if you understood the solution, please do like. And if you are new to the channel, please consider to subscribe. So I have created a WhatsApp community. You can join there. So I have given the link in the description, and you can connect to me in LinkedIn as well. I will see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.